Hi, this is Abby Jamison with my leadership assessment identified as Chancellor. Key points from this report are that I am a natural leader and spokesperson. I am energetic, extroverted, charismatic, optimistic, and encouraging. I am able to influence others, and I exude confidence. I am very detail-oriented and opinionated. I am motivated by the ability to lead and to influence others. I make decisions without delay and am spontaneous. I am practical and logical. I clarify expectations because I see the larger picture. I thrive with competition and do not enjoy the mundane. I prefer to work alone. A few negatives listed, or what I prefer to think of as learning opportunities, are that I am a perfectionist. I have trouble delegating. I can be impulsive and I can be insensitive. As for what I agreed with, I am a natural leader. I am comfortable taking charge. This may have something to do with being the oldest of 6, but honestly, I come from a family of leaders. 4 of my 5 siblings are in leadership positions on their jobs. I am comfortable in front of people. I have been blessed with the ability to influence others and do think some of that is because I am a confident person. I am always looking for new adventures, and I do tend to jump in with both feet without looking. I am not creative. I do like to see a job done correctly, and I might add done correctly the first time. I do evaluate people and tasks carefully. I do tend to finish tasks or take charge at the end. I do have trouble delegating tasks and duties, but this is something I am working on. I listened to a podcast today that said if someone on your team can do something 80% as well as you can, hand it over to them. Let them grow. It states that I prefer to work alone, which is not exactly true. I do enjoy working in teams as long as I'm the one in charge. I will interject here. I am normally the one who takes charge in group projects, and this semester is the first time where there has been another one on the team that likes taking charge as much as I do. It has been interesting to see the dynamic from the beginning to now where we are working well together. One area it listed as a strength, but is more like something I am aware is lacking and I'm working on, is my ability to make decisions quickly. It's not really that I take a long time making decisions. It's more that I am concerned with if I am making the right one or the best decision. I would like to gain confidence in my decision-making ability. A focus on processes is another area that I am working on improving. When I get overwhelmed, my mind thinks of a million other things to do rather than what is right in front of me. I am working on creating processes, detailed lists of steps for varying situations to help me stay focused and get the job done properly. I am not very spontaneous. I thrive with careful planning, and I have a very hard time shifting gears, especially at the last minute. I thought it was interesting that it said I enjoy people, and I do, but that does not necessarily indicate an alliance or an allegiance. I have often said that I have trouble keeping friendships. I do not have trouble making friends, but I do not often take the time to invest beyond surface level. I prefer more a working relationship with most people rather than personal. If you're my employee or my volunteer, I'm going to stick up for you if I think you're right. So I just thought that that was kind of interesting that that was in there. As I have mentioned before, I was asked to take over the leadership of a team of volunteers that was struggling with 12 members. In the past year, this team has grown to over 30 members. It is a great team, and I have excellent leaders under me. But I do understand and realize that the growth is due in part, at least, to my leadership abilities as well. The team needed excitement, motivation to be persuaded to take a step higher and deeper, and by my enthusiasm, my dedication, I was able to help lead them there. At work, I was also approached and asked to take over as coordinator for our team of instructors. Again, this was a group that was good as a whole, but there were some definite areas for improvement. Through leading by example and by having some hard conversations, such as this is what we do and why we do it and why I need you to do it as well, this team is thriving now. Both of these teams are primarily comprised of outgoing, extroverted individuals. I also believe I would thrive or fare better as a face-to-face leader. I can be opinionated. I am a perfectionist. I do like things done right and well. And while I do not try to be insensitive, I am direct. I believe my true passion and reasonings would come across more accurately face to face. I do not believe I would be effective or would have to learn to lead those who are primarily introverts, not individuals, but as a team. I would be hard for them to understand, and I would likely be too much for them to handle, and they would not like me. I would struggle with a team of other perfectionists, specifically if our ideals did not match. Same with other leaders who prefer to take charge. The last area I wrote was a virtual team, and that goes back to being direct. While I do think I could lead a virtual team, I do believe I would have to temper or find a medium where my actual thoughts and processes could be seen as they were meant to be rather than using like written word. I don't feel that would come across correctly. Each of these are areas I am aware that I can work on and will actively work on as they present themselves.